Hi, welcome to the channel Try to DIY. My name is Shan and today we're gonna do that. This nightstand has a very simple design. It's just a round shaped top and 3 legs. The cool thing about the top is that it's half wood, half concrete. There is also a hidden place where you can charge your phone. If you want to know how we did it, just stick with us and enjoy the video.
So we were able to get our hands on some very nice pallet wood. And this is exactly what we're going to use for our nightstand. So as you can probably see, the wood looks a little bit rough. Nothing is flat, nothing is straight. So we'll have to do some work on it. We'll have to get a few passes through the jointer and the planer. Now that all my boards are straight and flat, I'm just going to cut it down to the right size before the glue up. So when I came back a couple of hours later after the glue dries, when I picked up the piece, I immediately realized that something was wrong. And as you can see closely here, there's a crack that goes all the way around that board. I just applied a little bit of force and it snapped right away. I was very lucky to have a very clean snap, so it was very easy to fix that. Just glue it and just wait again a couple more hours. Alright, now that everything is dried, we just need to get rid of that excess of glue. Just going to sand everything down and then we'll be able to make a circle. Right now I'm just making a very simple jig to make my circle. You'll see later. Now that I have drawn my circle, you just need to cut it, sand it, and trim it. Now let's move on to the legs. I need the legs to be a little bit thicker, so I just had to glue 2 planks together. Now I just need to cut down the legs to their final size. I'm using the miter saw to give the legs a slight angle. So this V-shaped thing that I'm making right now is what will be linking the wood part and the concrete part. You'll get what I mean later on. So now I'm just using my plunge router to dig a slot for that V-shape. That is a perfect fit. So now we're going to move on to the concrete mold. So what you're seeing here is just a flexible plastic trim that you can find in any hardware store. That will be perfect for us to make our concrete mold. And we'll put everything on top on a piece of a old IKEA bookshelf that we have, which is made of melamine. We are adding a thin layer of grease to make it easy to unmold everything later on. We also add some black silicone to avoid the gap, and also use a small round tool just to make sure that we have a round concrete edge later on. Just make sure that everything is clean before you pour your concrete. So we also need to make the other part of that V shape into the mold. Béton fibré is fiber reinforced concrete. We are adding some white pigment to give a light tone to the concrete. We let the concrete cure for more than a week, and as you can see, just a couple hours before we decided to demold everything, the plastic trim snapped. But that was okay, nothing bad happened. It was pretty tough to remove this part from the concrete, but it will work if you go slowly and gently with a hammer. There was a few cracks here and there, so we used a special silicone to fill them up. Something pretty sad happened while I was doing the slot for the phone charger. The stop on my plunge router was loose, and it ended up by me making a big hole through my piece. But unfortunately this was unusable in that project, so I decided to start everything from scratch again. But luckily it didn't take that long, and this time I made sure that the stop on the router was set properly and tight, and everything went fine this time. The V-shape fit nicely in the wood part, but not in the concrete part. I will have to sand it a little bit in multiple places to make it fit in our concrete piece. We've then applied 3 or 4 layers of concrete wax. Since we've used a pallet wood to build our nightstand, there is a lot of nail holes that needs to be patched up. After sanding everything down, including the top of our nightstand and the legs, we will be adding 1 layer of varnish. It's really cool to see how the varnish is making the vein of the wood popping out. And right after that, we're just going to apply a thin coat of protective oil. And now it's time to combine those two pieces together and wait 24 hours. Let's attach the feet to the V shape. There was a lot of little gaps that needs to be filled up, so we decided to use some white silicone glue. And then we painted it in black. I'm just routing a little slot to manage the cable later on. The last thing to do is just to glue the last two pieces together and wait 24 hours.
Et voilà! I hope that you enjoyed the video and thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like. Au revoir!